In the previous video, we had made an overnight stop off Bimini and set off early today heading for Spanish Wells, Eleuthera. We now continue this passage where we plan to officially check into the country, as our feet have not yet touched the Bahamian ground. We just hit our waypoint. How long till the next one?
About 7 hours.
And the current time?
About 6 o'clock at night.
So that'll get us in still about 3 a.m.
Well, we're going by this. We get in at just before 1, but I don't think we're going to be able to maintain this speed. We're losing wind. As we lose the wind, we slow down. So probably 2 or 3 a.m. I reckon. If we keep the speed, pretty cool.
Picking up our first bit of what?
Swell.
Oh. And what is our speed?
It was 8.5 a minute ago.
I'm on watch alone, and I again come face to face with my nemesis, large ships. So, I do what any Laura would do in this situation.
Yes, this is sailing vessel Elpis. We are currently under full sail on a heading of 092 degrees. And to understand your intentions as our close approach is under a mile. Over.
We will maneuver and steer towards your way.
Much appreciated, thank you. Sailing vessel Elpis standing by 16 south.
Thank you, safe sailing, good night.
What did she say?
We'll manoeuvre and stay out of your way.
Yeah, that's nice of them. Although they've been rather awkward so far with their movements.
Yeah, your friend hasn't. Your friend early on changed course and hasn't become a hassle. Instead they changed course the wrong direction, became more of a hassle.
Yeah.
And then changed course again and maintained their hassle.
I'm wondering if because that sailboat passed in front of them under full sail, that's why they originally moved like we thought.
Yeah, they probably did.
But then they just thought, oh, we'll steer away even more. That's made it worse. That's who we just spoke to. And this is another sailboat. This one's changed course a long time ago, so it would just pass behind everyone. But this one, Serenade, was still on a collision course for, well, not collision, but 500 metres away from us in about 20 minutes. Can breathe easy again now. And just watch the wind.
There's a lot of light coming off that boat. So much you can see the ocean.
It's Tuesday the 30th of November, and we have arrived in Spanish Wells, Eleuthera in the early hours of 3 a.m. We've contacted customs and received instructions to take Elpis into their government dock for boarding by customs for clearance into the country.
So what I want you to do is you'll step off, you'll wrap it around the pole a couple of times so it secures, and I'm probably going to power forward slightly, and that'll bring us against the dock. Once I've secured it at the back, I can move forward and throw you the other one.
Okay, I've put it so I could possibly grab it.
Okay, I'm going to rotate.
Okay. We're all clear, front and behind.
Are you ready?
I'm going to have to get off because I can't...
Take that fishing rod out of your way to start with. Let's just move that from the table.
A bit late.
there are cleats.
Okay.
Just clean off. Drop your fender. You're going to do too much and make a major error. You're going to fall in or something.
Dustin's just come back from the shower and asked me why I'm wet. I was going down the sugar scoop with all these bottles and I dropped one and it fell to the bottom of the scoop. And I went and got it, and I usually exit the boat off the side where it's close to the dock, and I thought, I'll just step up. So I tried to step up here. I'm not quite sure what happened because my light flashed before my eyes, but I think my foot slipped off here because it was a bit dewy, or slipped off there, I'm not sure. And I just remember being under the water and I must have scraped my leg on the sugar scoop because it was all bleeding, and I washed it off now. It's all bruised and swollen. And then I was stuck in the water without a way to get out, without a way for anyone to help me. And bottles were floating down the side, so I couldn't litter, so I had to swim and get them. And then I got the bottles out, and then I had to swim over to the other scoop after a moment of solitude and looking around, thinking what to do next. I had to pull the ladder away from my centre of gravity, so that took a few goes. And then I climbed out. And then the sugar scoop shower wasn't turned on, so I couldn't even wash myself. I had to walk blood through the cockpit and come to those. Where I continued my duty of filling my water bottles, like a trustworthy sailor with jobs to do. So I have to wash myself with this in a moment and antibacterial my wounds. And then I'll have some water and hydrate. And I'm all snotty. There's salt water in my nose and eyes. I'm bleeding. I don't think I can be trusted on the water. But I'm here anyway. So we have to manage that risk.
Right down the back, so I'll get blown off.
Yep.
We arrive at the government dock, according to the navigation chart.
Well, there's a gent here as well, but I'll...
How far away we are?
1 metre. 1 metre. Hi. We're here for the public dock. Is this?
From the line, please.
The fuel dock.
Where's the concrete?
Dock's over there.
The government dock.
That's the public dock over there.
But-
Yeah, this is the fuel dock
Okay.
for Ronald Service Center.
So he
I
told...
figured you were coming for fuel.
No, so for the government check-in.
Oh yeah, the customs office is right there, the white building just before the colorful building.
Okay.
Okay, so where's the dock for the government?
That's the public dock right there.
Which one?
This here.
Thing, right
Just
there.
anywhere along here?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Alright. It says government dock on the fucking thing.
So these big poles are the cleats.
What about this wooden dock up here?
Yes, you're allowed at the wooden dock as well. There's a concrete and wooden dock.
I'll go to the wooden one. If someone says walks out, throw them the line.
He wasn't there to take the
I
line.
understand that. Just say, can you take the line for me? Just get it done. You can always pass it back. Like I'm covering and hovering, thinking you're going to step off, and then all of a sudden plans change right at the last second.
I was going to still step off. Deep, it's like
Pardon?
4 or 5 meters. The fenders look right. It's hard to tell.
So we head to the wooden dock.
It says private dock on it. Is this the wooden dock?
I don't know. He said there's a concrete dock and then wooden next to it.
I'm just going to go to the stone dock.
Sure.
So we head back to the government dock, or is it the public dock? It looks dicey at best.
Fucking customs are so clear on what they do. Oh, Look at those metal poles sticking out.
There's no metal poles that I can see on the concrete back there, and there's bollards with metal.
Alright, let's go to that then. Alright, what's he doing?
What?
Is he quarantined?
He's nothing. There's no one meant to be meeting us. There's one customs officer. The ferries will have to wait.
Okay, step up onto the edge.
Yep.
Hold the pole. Yep. Just like that.
Half a metre, 40 centimetres, 30 centimetres. 50 centimetres.
You're gonna have to do something, Laura. I can't actually get closer because I'm getting closer.
Okay,
Otherwise I'm gonna run in.
I'll make a jump for it. Okay, I'm jumping. Okay, 30 centimetres. On the cleat. Metre and a half.
Just look at the fenders for me.
They should be fine. I can lower them once you're on.
Come and saw this line so I'm not chased. Okay.
1 metre. One and a half metre. You're still a metre and a half. Okay, I've got the rope. I'm not on yet. Okay, I've got you held on the cleat.
Yeah, well done. Wrap it around a couple of times and loop it off.
Yeah, I just need to. Doing it backwards here. Sorry.
That's probably fine. I'll shut down.
Yep. We'll need our masks.
Yeah. How's the fender position?
They're all good.
Excellent, well done.
Sorry, it's not the safest thing to just jump on.
I understand that, but you need to be communicating.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
going
I
to
was.
step off.
I thought it was, but I wasn't going to step off until I said. There's one.
You need to tell me what you're doing, so I know what you're doing. Because I can't just keep backing up, expecting you to and then surprise me with it. You need to say, I'll be stepping off when we get a little bit closer. I need you to come a little bit closer, a little bit closer.
Okay, I acknowledge that, but I also weren't sure what your intentions were, so we maybe both could have been clearer.
Okay, my intentions were, as we discussed right at the start, we're going to back in and you're going to step off.
Correct, but I wasn't even sure what cleat you were going for and
It's
stuff
irrelevant.
like that.
You need to get off the boat with the line.
Okay. I'm the clumsiest person and trying to mountain climb onto the dock.
So if you want to take the mask and go over.
Yeah.
It's always stressful when you're coming into a dock and there's no real protection, lots of bits of metal hanging out everywhere, and no one here to help you with a line. It's all about communication, and sometimes we don't do it perfectly, but we get there in the end. Laura did a pretty good job then of getting that line onto the dock, getting tied up. We're good. Wind's blowing off the dock, so it made it a little bit trickier. Monkey! No! Inside! Come on, in. Get your boot. Come on, go. Scoundrel. In there and hiding. So it's, what was I talking about? I don't know. Ah, we're getting blown off the dock, so it's hard when you're getting blown off the dock. Getting blown on the dock's got its own problems, getting blown off the dock has its own problems. And so when you're getting blown off, you want to come in at a rate which is sufficient to get you close enough, but Laura has to step off. And she has to step off like a metre from the end of the boat, which means the end of the boat is really close to the dock for her to be able to get her little pygmy legs across the gap. So yes, but we got there.
You're done.
Laura's walking back with all the paperwork now. You better be telling me that they're coming out here and inspect the boat.
Don't swear. We're done. No inspection of the boat.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad we brought it in.
He said they bored when I called up, but I guess it's just they have the option if anything gets brought up or anyone looks suspicious or says they've got firearms.
Well, you look suspicious.
Some with red hair.
Yeah.
That way. But yeah, he asked about live animals aboard, and I said yes, we've got a dog, we've got a little monkey. Not a monkey, it's a dog, named Monkey. And
Got a monkey.
Gave the permit and did all the paperwork and got our initial 90 days approved, and then we do online extension from there by email.
But hang on,
Or in
why
person.
did I have to bring the boat in?
It's because they want the option to board.
Why did I have to bring the stupid boat in?
It was a bit of a struggle.
It's just a hassle.
To put our frustration into context here, we had anchored safely overnight in the anchorage just outside of the Spanish Wells Channel. Today, we navigated through this narrow channel, which has been carved out of coral reef. We head for the chartered government dock, which is also signposted as such. However, get redirected to an alternate dock. This concrete dock is peppered with protruding rusty metal poles and dubious-looking cleats. So we continued on to the safer-looking wooden dock. However, it is signposted as private and the depth suddenly decreases. Back to the death-defying concrete dock we go. We just need to quickly navigate past this ferry. Only we don't need to be boarded after all by customs. So basically, we could have dinghied in.
Pick up anchor, drop the anchor again when we go back out, navigate in here, worry about bashing into a dock.
It was a dodgy dock. Very nice though. Does that count?
It's done. That's all that matters. We're checked in to the Bahamas. We're here for the next 6 months. What do you reckon, Mum? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll be here.
You got your bikini bod ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let me in there. Let me at it.
Next time, we're all checked in, and now it's time to relax and get in the water.